Celine Dion has enjoyed the kind of success most of us could only dream of. And although she may not be actual royalty, she certainly lives like a queen. Here's a look inside her insanely glamorous life. Having a disposable income certainly helps when it comes to living a glamorous lifestyle, which Celine Dion can certainly attest to, as she's been a consistent presence on Forbes' list of the highest-paid female musicians. In 2019, she landed in 9th place after raking in a cool $37.5 million that year. She was also 9th the previous year with earnings of $31 million. And in 2017, she cracked the top 5 as she landed in 4th place with an income of $42 million. Much of Dion's income has come from her flourishing Las Vegas residencies, which have seen fans from all over the world flocking to Sin City. In fact, her show sales have been breaking records. The 2 residencies, A New Day and Celine, combined to gross $681.3 million after a 16-year run. While most people gamble their money away in Vegas, Dion cashed in big time, which has enabled her to live even more glamorously than ever. So glamorously, in fact, that you might wonder how it's even possible for one person to be as indulgent as she is. There's extravagant, and then there's Celine Dion's house in Florida. She's owned a number of properties over the years, and her South Florida residence is by far one of the most jaw-dropping. She and her late husband Renee and Jaleel first purchased the lot for $12.5 million in 2005. They then upgraded to an even bigger space in 2008 by purchasing a nearby mansion. And from there, they built the home of their dreams. The property boasts over 5 acres in land and is situated on the ultra-private Jupiter Island. The expansive estate features endless amenities, including 14 bathrooms, an in-home theater, and 5 fireplaces. The outside is somehow even more lavish. Dion installed a tennis pavilion, a simulated golf range, and a pool house with a full kitchen. She sold the house, though, in April 2017, a year after Jaleel's passing, for $38.5 million. While most kids cross their fingers for a pool at home, Celine Dion's children grew up with a full-blown water park at their house. The singer installed the park into her Jupiter Island residence, and it was nothing short of extraordinary. It boasted 2 swimming pools, a lazy river, multiple water slides, and water cannons. The pool system required so much water to run, 500,000 gallons to be exact, that Dion was actually fined by the state. Afterward, she installed water storage devices on the property to hold the immense amount of H2O necessary to keep the park up and running. Living in such extravagance can elicit criticism, but Dion makes no apologies for her pricey playground. In a 2013 interview with Jonathan Ross, she defended her decision to build the epic water park by saying, "Why not? Some people do drugs and go out every weekend. I built a water park." Celine Dion isn't exactly known for casual apparel. Indeed, casual would probably be the worst word to describe her fashion sense. She's known for making statements on the red carpet, and big ones at that. But not all of her looks are created equally extravagantly, and at the 2017 Billboard Music Awards, she truly took things to the next level. That night, she hit the stage while dripping in $3 million worth of jewels. She rocked a handful of large diamond rings from Harry Kotler and paired the jewelry with a high-fashion gown by Stéphane Roland. It was a special night as Dion performed her iconic hit My Heart Will Go On, the love theme from 1997's Titanic, to mark the movie's 20th anniversary. It's safe to say that Dion looked like $1 million, or $3 million, the entire time. Celebrities are known to adopt some pretty intense beauty routines, but few are quite on the same level as Celine Dion and her multi-million-dollar skincare request. She reportedly asked for a humidifier for her Las Vegas hotel room to keep her vocal cords warm and to prevent her skin from drying out. That sounds perfectly reasonable enough so far. Well, not so much, as the humidifier she requested reportedly cost an estimated $2.5 million. It's no wonder that Harper's Bazaar gave Dion the leadoff spot on its list of the most expensive celebrity beauty treatments ever. The singer spent 3 years at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, so the humidifier definitely got its fair share of use. While most of us are at home using our DIY face masks and Crest white strips, Dion's beauty budget blows ours out of the water. Celine Dion owns more shoes than you probably thought was possible for one person to own. During a carpool karaoke segment on The Late Late Show with James Corden in 2019, she revealed that her haul totals about 3,000 or 5,000 shoes. But then Corden pressed her further, saying that he'd heard that the actual figure was more like 10,000 pairs. So Dion threw her hands up and admitted that she may have been playing coy a bit.
I didn't want to say it.
That many shoes, of course, calls for a sizable storage space, and Dion has just what she needs for the job.
I have like a place in Las Vegas where, let's call it a warehouse.
And in case you couldn't already tell, her love of shoes runs deep on an emotional level. When Corden asked her how emotionally attached she is to her shoes, she replied sternly,
I'm attached.
In what will probably go down in history as Celine Dion's least basic look ever, she donned a headpiece at her wedding that featured 2,000 Austrian crystals. She and Renee Angelil tied the knot in December 1994 at Montreal's Notre Dame Basilica, and naturally she went all out for the occasion. Her tiara weighed a whopping 7 pounds, which is about as heavy as the imperial state crown worn by Queen Elizabeth. The sparkling headpiece had to literally be sewn to her head. With a crown like that, one may worry that the dress would be upstaged, but that actually wasn't the case. The over-the-top gown that Dion wore featured a 20-foot train and reportedly required over 1,000 hours to complete. While most brides could only dream of dripping in diamonds on their special day, for Dion, there was no other way to walk down the aisle. When Celine Dion is in the mood to play a round of golf, she doesn't go to the local country club. Instead, she goes to her own course. She's such a big fan of the game that she purchased her very own turf where she can swing away freely with friends. The name of the course is Le Mirage, and the singer even has a golf cart customized with her name. In 2007, Golf for Women published a list of the top 25 female celebrity golfers and made sure to include Dion on the list. As the article detailed, Celine Dion is an avid golfer and plays all the time. She lives on a golf course in Vegas, belongs to one in Florida, and even owns a golf course in Canada. One of the most glamorous parts of Celine Dion's life is undoubtedly her wardrobe. Not only does she take pride in her clothing collection, she also takes pride in the way that she stores it. In a 2013 interview with Ellen DeGeneres, she revealed details behind the ultra-glamorous closet that she had built in her Florida estate. It has some pretty cool features, like its rotating design typical of the dry cleaners, which allows for storing a maximum amount of clothes. Dion also talked about her storage spaces while she was on Carpool Karaoke, as she noted that she installed a digital walk-in shoe closet in her house. Her shoes are expertly organized and can easily be pulled up for viewing.
They were all by colors, so I would press another button, and they would turn like that in front of me.
Every second of Celine Dion's 1994 wedding to Renee Angelil oozed glamour. Naturally enough, the couple went all out once again when they renewed their vows 6 years later. They spared no expense as they invited over 200 of their friends and family to celebrate at Caesars Palace Casino and Hotel in Las Vegas. The chapel was reportedly redesigned to look like a mosque, and the venue's ballroom was transformed into a picturesque garden. Guests were seated on brightly colored cushions, and they were treated to a lavish multi-course meal prepared by Moroccan, Lebanese, and Syrian chefs. During the festivities, the women reportedly wore the colors of precious gems: emerald, sapphire, ruby, and diamond. Meanwhile, Dion turned heads in a Givenchy gold gown. Other highlights of the glamorous night included entertainment from dancers to singers and even jugglers. On top of that, there were even a few animals present at the venue, specifically camels and exotic birds, so as to add to the mystical mood. Celine Dion may be known for her singing career first and foremost, but as should be plenty clear by now, she's also solidified herself as a true fashion icon. She has a go big or go home mentality when it comes to award show styles, and she's landed herself on a number of best dressed lists. It's no surprise then that designers are lining up to dress her. She worked with stylists Sydney Lopez and Pepe Munoz for her 2019 Fashion Week outfits and looks stunning in high-end looks from Chanel, Fendi, and a custom-made halter dress from Roseberry. That same year, she stunned on the Met Gala red carpet while wearing a pair of custom shoes from Chloe Gusseline. The designer talked to Footwear News about the honor of designing a shoe for the superstar, as she revealed, "Celine Dion was one of the first customers when I launched my brand and has since continued to be an exceptional support." Gusseline crafted a sparkling one-of-a-kind stiletto for Dion, in which she incorporated Swarovski crystals into the design. Gusseline enthused, "My team and I were ecstatic about the prospect of creating something truly special for her, especially as she is not only someone who I truly admire, but is one of the most kind and thoughtful talents."
These people are so exquisite, talented, big hearts. They were amazing, and they really wanted me to feel at my best.
An upgrade to first class sounds like unattainable luxury to most people, but for Celine Dion, it would actually be a downgrade. She's been known to fly private when jet-setting from one city to another, and she's never tried to hide her expensive habit. In February 2017, she shared on Instagram a snapshot of herself preparing to board a private jet, along with the caption, "Grammys, here we come." She shared a similar snap several months later when the 2017 Met Gala rolled around. Even while up in the air, Dion is surrounded by opulence, as her jet features several bathrooms and a full-size kitchen. And this private plane certainly doesn't come cheaply, as it had a reported price tag of $42 million. Dion may have sometimes even used her private plane to fly to her private beach house. As it turns out, she once purchased an entire 20-acre private island in Canada. The Lavish estate is just 15 minutes from Montreal, and it offers all the privacy in the world. But it wasn't meant to belong to the singer forever, as she put the home up for sale in 2012. It was listed for just under $30 million. Living on a private island might be a distant dream for most, but not for this accomplished entertainer. Honestly, you could say the same thing for just about every aspect of her life. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite celebs are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.